Sterling Shepard today is going for his 5th straight 100-yard game. He had 215 against TCU. 10 catches of 30-plus yards. That's the most in the nation. He might be Stoops' favorite Sooner. And Tom Rinaldi has the reason why. A strong, strong family bond there, Tom.
Chris, it's impossible to overstate the strength. This is Sterling Shepard's 31st game here in the Red River Robbery in his career with Oklahoma. He's a star and a veteran. But if you go back to the time when he was in high school with dozens of offers and dozens of scholarship opportunities, there was really only one school he was going to go to. It was Oklahoma. He made his commitment to OU because many years prior, Bob Stoops made a commitment to Shepard when he was 6 years old, before he played in a single flag football game. It's a commitment that's never wavered.
We're in Cowtown, Fort Worth, Texas. Another big-time test for the Sooners.
Every game day, he wears his father's chain, and his name, and his number. And every game day, he plays for the coach who understands why.
When we're talking about a 6-year-old boy, you have no idea he's going to play football for you. It wasn't about that. It was about a young man being able to experience what his father would have gave him.
Before the son was a star, the father was a dreamer. Derrick Shepard was an undersized playmaker in Odessa, Texas, whose goal was to play for the Sooners, just like his older brothers did.
You don't take a truckload of 5 foot, 9.5, 10, 155-pound wide receivers or running backs. No one gave him a chance, but he proved it.
Shepard went from a walk-on to a team captain to helping lead the Sooners to a national title in 1985.
That's the epitome of college football. He had his championship ring, and I cherish that. I've kept it for Sterling.
By the time Sterling had joined the family, his father was finishing 5 seasons in the NFL and starting a new career, coaching. By 1999, he was back at Oklahoma working as a graduate assistant when Bob Stoops took over the program.
He was pursuing that coaching career. He was on his way to being great at it. All our players here loved him, respected him, listened to him.
When they realized he had a family to take care of, they had made some phone calls, and he landed in Wyoming.
Just 3 weeks after Derrick arrived, with his family still back in Oklahoma, they received a phone call.
My grandma got that call. You know, she said, "Sherry, you need to come answer the phone."
I immediately knew it was my husband because I knew he had heart issues. And when she told me he had passed, you know, I just screamed.
The loudest scream I've ever heard.
Derrick Shepard died of sudden heart failure. He was 35. At the funeral back in Oklahoma, Bob Stoops typed up his remarks on a sheet of paper and gave one of the eulogies for Derrick.
I did feel honored that Sherry and the family had asked me to say a few words about Derrick, and I had only been with them 6 months. I just remember trying to express and put into words my feelings about him in that short period of time.
My mom, she never panicked, never. I mean, you know, I think she sat down and she realized, you know, I got 3 kids I got to take care of. And she did a wonderful job. She did a wonderful job.
She would have help from the entire Sooner family. Starting that season, and for the next 8 seasons to come, Stoops included Sterling in everything the team did. At practice, in the locker room, on the field. The son even wore his father's jersey at a ceremony honoring the '85 championship team, all while Stoops watched over him.
He was like a father to Sterling because he took Sterling in at 6 years old. He wanted Sterling to be there beside him.
No one knew then but the boy would grow into an all-state standout. By the time Sterling finished his junior year at Heritage High in Oklahoma City, he was a nationally ranked recruit.
Touchdown, Sterling Shepard.
But really, there was only one team and one coach to play for.
I couldn't wait to call him, couldn't wait to get out of practice and get the opportunity to get him on the phone. And I said, we want to offer you a scholarship here at Oklahoma.
A few weeks after Sterling signed his letter of intent to become a Sooner, his new coach gave him a gift, a set of remarks on a sheet of paper the coach had kept in his desk for the last 12 years.
He waited, and right when I committed, he told me, you know, I have your dad's speech, the speech that I gave you, your dad's funeral, in my top right drawer. And he's like, I want to give it to you.
It was meant to be, that I was to have him and that Sterling was to have him, and that connection. Now he could keep it as a keepsake as I did for so many years.
For him to be thinking at that time, you know, he's going to want this one day. And he always tells me my dad was a great man, so he wanted me to see that.
By the name, by the number, Sterling Shepard is the son of a Sooner. His coach made sure he would always be.
Into the end zone, touchdown Sooners, Sterling Shepard.
I still don't know why Derrick's not here, but I always ask that question. And then I always had faith that there was a reason that I might not ever understand. Now it looks like it was providential, like this story was written.
And the story goes on through a remarkable season for Sterling Shepard. As you see him there on the field, not only does he carry his father's name, so does the program. Each season, the team presents the Derrick Shepard Most Inspirational Walk-On Award to the player who most embodies Sterling's father's spirit. As for Sterling, he wears that number 3. Bob Stoops gave it to him right after he committed, saying, I already know the number you want to wear. Inside 30 minutes from kickoff.